Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 25 of The Watcher. We're starting off today with a big fight. Josh Barnett versus George Joe, part 2. The first fight, Barnett subbed Joe in just 77 seconds. Will he last longer this time? Will George Joe take the Bellator Heavyweight Championship off of him? All that and more coming up next. And I'm just going to do the average thing where I simulate a week. I lied because the thing is literally right now, but I don't think I have rankings anyway. So let's just get straight into the first fight. Josh Barnett versus George Joe, main event of Bellator 37. Plenty of fights on the undercard, but we don't care about any of those. We're just here for the 5-round main event. These two guys probably won't use all 5 of those rounds, but they've got them if they need them. Babyface assassin, Josh Barnett versus George the Gentleman Joe. Josh Barnett, 27-5 with 1 no contest due to failing a drug test and a catch wrestling background, which was the undoing of George the Gentleman Joe last time, where he was submitted in, again, 77 seconds. The only loss of his professional career. His hard-nosed boxing style is 1 in 15 fights. Josh Barnett is the 1 in the 15-1. Can he do it in a rematch? Hopefully he's been drilling his takedown defense and submission defense. He's considered the underdog by plus 220, but he's 9 years younger. Let's get straight into the fight. Here we go. Bellator heavyweight title on the line. Josh Barnett making his second defense. His first was against George Joe. Here we go. The two men touching gloves now. Joe gets the initiative as Barnett goes for a takedown. Joe, again, landing some jabs here. Barnett going for the takedown, though. Gets it on Joe on his back in half guard. Barnett trying to work. They scramble. Joe's turtled up, and Barnett's behind him. Joe gets flattened out. Barnett gets a tight body triangle on. Barnett pounding away, though. Joe trying to escape, trying for the rear naked choke there, and that is it. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, 3 minutes, 27 seconds in round number 1. The babyface assassin, Josh Barnett, has defeated George the Gentleman Joe. George did not improve his takedown defense enough, and unfortunately was submitted by Josh Barnett. He is now dropped to 15-2. There wasn't a whole lot else you could do with that one. Little bit of news here. Alex O'Reilly has left SBG Ireland after falling out with Terry Etim. That's the news. And we get right back into it with another fight. On the undercard of K1 Heroes 48, we have Grease Kunez versus Gabriel Gonzaga. Gabriel? I don't know, actually. The Onion versus Napao. Grease Kunez, of course, 4-0, a massive underdog here. Gabriel Gonzaga, a 18-4 record. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Will he be the first one to defeat the 19-year-old Grease Kunez? We will have to see. Let's get straight into it. Minus 880 favorite. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu versus Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu. 10 minutes in the first round. 5-minute rounds after that. Straight right from Kunez as they start. Gonzaga grabs a hold of him, trying to pin him up against the ropes. Kunez stuck against the ropes now. Tries for a trip takedown. Gets him down there. Kunez in half guard. Kunez trying to sweep. Can't get Gonzaga off. Gonzaga trying for some strikes there. Can't pull guard. Blocking a sweep now. Gonzaga just laying on top. Throwing a couple punches to the body. Not much going there. Just very slow. Trying for another sweep. Kunez does. Gonzaga tries to pass. Kunez scrambles now. He gets up and then pushed against the ropes. Gonzaga lands another trip takedown there. In side control again. Not great. Can't get any kind of guard in. Gonzaga again with side control. Not really much damage. Gonzaga trying for a knee bar, though, but Kunez manages to defend it with his jiu-jitsu background. Going for a couple punches there. Gonzaga blocks the attempt to pull guard. Keeping things slow. Again, 1 minute left in the round now. Gonzaga going for a Kimura. Kunez keeps control of his arm. Trying for a guard there. Can't really get it. And the round ends like that. Gonzaga lands 58 ground strikes. None of them did any real damage, though. Did manage to get a pass. 2 takedowns. Kunez landed 1 jab on the feet. Getting absolutely annihilated so far. But managing to stay alive. The final round, 5 minutes. Kunez needs a finish or he's kind of done for. 2 guys striking there. Kunez tries a leg kick. Gonzaga misses. Oh, right hook from Kunez, though. He's really going to have to rattle him. Gonzaga lands a clean right hand. Kunez, 3.5 minutes to save his fight. Coming in closer now. Jab and a right hook there. That's not bad. Tries for a leg kick. Gonzaga grabs him, though. Pins him up against the ropes. Probably going to go for a takedown here, and he does. Tries for the trip takedown. Kunis, bad takedown defense, gets put down. Arm triangle attempt. Kunis defends himself, though. Trying for a transition to guard. Keeping him guessing with a few quick strikes. Going for guard again. Nothing doing. Gonzaga, the absolute dominant grappler here. And despite Kunis not getting submitted there, he didn't really manage to get much done in that round there. And obviously, all three judges should go ahead and award the fight to Gabriel Gonzaga. Tough break for Grease Kunis, who is sort of just smushed for 15 minutes. But, you know, he's 19 years old. Gonzaga's 33, 18-4 record. It was a valiant effort for Kunis not getting submitted, but at the end of the day, he just didn't do enough. So Gabriel Gonzaga, your winner by unanimous decision. Again, 7 jabs versus 71 ground jabs. He was outstruck 10 times. He's lucky to be conscious. But a good fight from Kunis. A learning experience. Here's a bit of news. Anderson will be facing Derek Lewis at UFC 116, headlined by Roy Nelson versus Cain Velasquez for the heavyweight title. Roy Nelson is apparently the champion. Missed that one. But on the main card, Derek Lewis versus Anderson, who won his previous fight with UFC. That'll be in July, easily on this show. That'll be an exciting fight to check out. A little bit of news. George Joe has also left SBG Ireland, and Grease Kunis has left Academia Sarmatia. 2 guys coming off losses, deciding to change it up a little bit. And we are in Texas, Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, for UFC 113. Sam Alvey on the main card. 5-2. It's on the main card. Go figure. Anyway, on the undercard is the fight we're really here for. That's Rex Richards versus Alex O'Reilly. I don't even remember this fight being booked, but hey. Rex Richards is a 7-7 fighter, plus 950, versus Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, a 16-4 record at just 26 years old, a minus 1,200 favorite, coming off a loss to Cain Velasquez, who's challenging for the title in a couple of months. And this should be short work for our man from Dublin. Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, Rex Richards, let's get straight to it. I don't know why I was trying to do there, something else. 2 toe-to-toe strikes as they start the fight, coming together in a clinch. O'Reilly dominating clinch from there and going for that takedown. Gets Richard down into half guard, O'Reilly landing some ground and pound. Richard struggling to cope, he goes out cold, and ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout, Alex the Maverick O'Reilly. 1 quick takedown and then ground and pound, and it was lights out for Rex Richards. He didn't even get a punch in. Richards drops to 7-8. How in the hell did he get signed to UFC? This is bizarre, folks. He's never won a fight in a main card, like a real company. What? No, whatever. Anyway, Alex O'Reilly, absolute start, just some dork, moving to 17-4 in his career. Congratulations, Alex. You know who you are. Tiny bit of news here. George Joe has joined Onslaught Gym to train. They have an average wrestling company covering and an average jiu-jitsu covering. Michael Bisping so he'll be training ground with Bisping, which is cool. Bisping currently the Pride middleweight champion. So George Joe getting some wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing, mental coverage, which is probably going to be great for him after back-to-back grounded losses to Josh Barnett. So hopefully that'll train him up on the ground somewhat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another fight. Japanese local large show, June 2013, due to be a legend, where Jack Duplessis decides to pad his record by absolutely killing a 36-year-old man who looks 48 with a 1-8 record. Also on this fight, noted horror artist Junji Ito. Sure, why not? I think, right? That's the guy's name, Junji Ito? I'm not Googling it, I don't care enough. Anyway, let's get straight to the fight where Jack Duplessis, I'm not even going to go through the dominator this guy's name is. Apparently the only thing he dominates is fucking dying. I probably shouldn't swear on the YouTube. Oh well, he was in Cage Rage. He knocked out James Thompson. Don't ask me how. It was an upset. Yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, terrible guy versus decent guy. Shocked to see how this one goes. Judges at ringside. Here we go. Jack Duplessis completely ignores the offer to touch gloves, probably insulted by having to face a 1-8 guy. Moves into the pocket, hits a straight right. Standing and trading now. Jack Duplessis shoots in, takedown, single leg, on the ground. Passes guard into side control, goes for the armbar. Oh, he fights it off. He tries for a sweep, doesn't get it. Duplessis goes for Kimura. Oh, Pudzianowski he's blocking it, and he gets Kimura. Good enough. Actually, the fact that it took 3.5 minutes is kind of insulting to Jack. But Jack Duplessis defeats Mariusz the Dominator Pudzianowski. 3 minutes, 31 seconds of round number 1, moving to 14-4 in his overall career record, and absolutely homiciding some random Polish guy. Congratulations, Jack. You can do better than this. A little bit of news for you. UFC has offered Machado McGregor a contract as he's coming to the end of his Pride contract. He's got a 7-1 record, 1-1 in Pride, but has been offered a UFC contract. Will he jump the ocean and head to America to take the UFC fight, or take the UFC job? We will have to find out. Right, we are back in Texas, but for Strikeforce this time, for a viewer versus viewer fight. We got Bruno Guimas, and we got... Sorry, I'm choking on my words here. We got Bruno Guimas, we got Earl Mo, Big Sexy. He's 11-2. His 2 losses came back-to-back against Ben Rothwell and Shane Carwin, and he hasn't lost since. He's on a 4-fight win streak, all by finish. He is in great form coming in tonight. He is a slight underdog, though, to the one Bruno Guimas, UFC veteran, former King of the Cage heavyweight champion, former Elite XC heavyweight champion. He's lost 4 times in his career, but is also riding a 4-fight win streak, all by stoppage. He has lost to Alex O'Reilly before, but he has not let that stop him from accumulating a decent streak on his way out of UFC. So, ladies and gentlemen, the favorite, the one Bruno Guimas, minus 190. The underdog, Big Sexy Earl Mo, plus 150. Still very close. Bruno's got 3 inches on him. They're the same age because they were created at the same time. Portugal versus Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky. Let's get straight into the fight. Strikeforce, heavyweight division. 15 minutes. They won't need them all. Let's get underway, folks. The 2 men touching gloves. Mo with a jab there. Guimas grabs him, though, trying to pin him up against the cage. Mo manages to dominate the grapple, though. That's wrestling for you. Tries for a slam, but Guimas dead weights it and gets down. Mo with a counter left, though. Guimas the 1-2. Trying to grapple now. Mo lands a right hand on his way in. Guimas grabs him. Tries to pin him up against the cage. Gets him that time. Mo's smothered now. They try to hit each other with short little punches there. Not that exciting. 2 minutes there. Referee separates them. 30 seconds left in the fight. And that's the end of round number 1. Sorry. That was audible boos from the crowd. They're calling it a 10-9 to Guimas. 20 jabs to 16. It was pretty close, but Bruno did have all that cage control time, so fair enough. Not the most exciting round we've ever seen. Let's try for a little more action this round, gentlemen. 5 minutes. Second round, Mo grabs a jab. Guimas the 1-2. Mo's equal to it. Mo with the counter jab. Bruno hits the left and misses with a killer right. Mo with a counter jab but misses. Low kick to the front leg from Guimas. Guimas, another counter jab from Mo. Mo really landing the counters today. Lost the first round, trying to get the second. Guimas trying to pressure him in the pocket. No one, misses the 1-2. Guimas slowing a little bit as we're halfway through the fight. Mo throws a punch, but Guimas dodges. Low kick from Guimas. Mo lands another jab, and another. Guimas lands a jab, but Mo misses his thing. Guimas jumps in to clinch, though, trying to pin Mo up against the cage, and manages to do so. Mo's kind of stuck there for the rest of the round. That's the end of round number 2. A very even round. Probably another Bruno round just by a nose. The fans are booing again. Whoops. They're calling it a 2-0 for Bruno. We'll see. Middle round really could have gone either way. Right cross lands hard from Guimas, though, as he's starting the round. Mo throws a 1-2, but Guimas grabs him. He's probably going to try to pin him up against the cage again, and he does so. Big Sexy unable to adjust, but he slips away that time, as just as I speak. Counterattack with a left hook from Guimas. And then dabbing in a right hook. Guimas managing to land at a higher rate now. Right hand lands cleanly now. Big Sexy taking it on the chin, lands a right hook of his own. Guimas with a couple of jabs. Mo starting to slow down just a tad. 2.5 minutes left in the fight. Mo misses 2 punches. Guimas can't land either. 2 fighters engaged, though. Oh. Counter a bit there. A big flurry now. A jab and a right hook, but he misses. Guimas exhausted. 1 minute remaining. Can Big Sexy pull off the miracle? Roundhouse kick to the body from Guimos, though. That had to have hurt. Striking now. Mo with the left cross. Guimos lands a left jab, and that is the end of the fight. Guimos landed way more punches that round. That's got to be a Bruno round. I would say unanimous decision, but let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, all three judges have announced their scorecard. And here's your winner by 30-27. By unanimous decision, the one, Bruno Guimos. Bruno Guimos extends to a 5-fight winning streak. He landed those power punches. He landed some kicks. He landed some jabs. He just had more control throughout the fight. And Mo didn't manage to take a round off him, unfortunately for him. Back to the drawing board a bit for Earl Mo. 11-3, still plenty of fight left in his career. Bruno Guimos, though, 5-fight winning streak. Maybe a Strikeforce heavyweight title shot coming up. This was his Strikeforce debut, of course, but we'll see, We'll have to see what happens. Congratulations to the one Bruno Guimos, and our condolences to Earl Mo. Wow, here's a little bit of news for you. Machado McGregor signs with UFC, and a couple days later, he's got his fight. Anthony Gomez at UFC 118, Assunção versus McCall. Gomez, a 6-5 fighter, lost 4 times in Strikeforce, got cut, lost in the Indies, and then beat 2 local opponents, and somehow that got him a UFC fight. Well, it'll be great seeing Machado McGregor get a win, his debut here in the UFC. After a 1-1 record in Pride, and 1 loss so far in the record. Still very young, but I mean that'll be a good fight. So Machado McGregor gets himself the UFC contract and a UFC debut. Congratulations, Machado. Little bit of news here. Alex O'Reilly has gotten his next fight on the list. He's facing Konstantin Gluhov at UFC 119. Should be another easy win for him if I remember correctly. It is the co-main. Konstantin is their 7th ranked fighter. 14-4 professional records, so certainly no pushover like I might have suggested. He is coming off back-to-back wins over Analu Brosh and Alexei Oleinik. But has previously lost to Alex O'Reilly in Cage Warriors, the first loss of his career. He also later lost to Bobby Braxton. So it will, in fact, be a rematch, co-headlining for Juliana Pena versus Yulia Avila. Raging Panda, what a nickname. 5-0. Again, we got, she beat Rocky Pennington, that's something. Anyway, women's bantamweight title on the line. Looks like the two have never, looks like the vacant title? Oh, there you go. All right, vacant title. But anyhow, women's bantamweight title co-headlining Alex O'Reilly versus Konstantin Gluhov. It will be their rematch. Alex is an enormous favorite for this one, and he's only gotten better, frankly. But we will see that fight in September, probably kicking off the next episode. Other news, Bellator MMA have offered Jack Duplessis a contract. Jack currently unemployed, and I would expect to see him signing that one. He's already fought for Pancrase, K1 Heroes, and Pride in his career, and is on a 3-fight winning streak, absolutely destroying some fools. All right, a little more news here. Jack Duplessis has gone ahead and signed that contract, obviously. With Bellator MMA, he's on the shelf for another 5 days, but after that, is free to be booked. Looks like they'll be booking a card probably October-ish. So hopefully we'll see Jack in an American ring here soon. I mean, he has yet to actually make his American debut. You know, fought in Japan, 2 wins in Pancrase, lost in K1 Heroes, and then a great win streak there. When the time came, he signed with Pride and had a decent career with them. 2 wins and 3 losses, but against some very good names. Yeah, you know, Jack's not doing too bad. But he will be in Bellator from now on and has the chance of running against, George Joe. So that is another potential viewer versus viewer fight. I would love to see that, personally. But obviously, I'd love to see all the viewer versus viewer fights. And we are back in Las Vegas, the home of UFC, at least in this save. UFC 116, Nelson versus Velasquez 2, determining the king of the heavyweight division. Velasquez has beaten him elsewhere. That would have been in the UFC, but for some reason, Big Country got the title shot first. Right time, right place, beat Andrei Arlovsky to snag that title, and now the two men will rematch. Will Kane take a spot on the top of the mountain? Who knows? But will Anderson beat Derek Lewis? Now that's a real question. Here we go. The Black Beast, Derek Lewis, just 5-0. Very early in his career. He's 2 years older than Anderson, even though he has 11 less fights. Anderson, a 9-7 record, training with Team Anarchists, run by BJ Penn. All right, now you know. Anyway, beating Yair Rozenstruik last time out to make his UFC debut. Derek Lewis had just beat Yusuke Kawaguchi and is currently perfect in his career, as you can see. He is a boxer. Anderson is a Muay Thai kickboxer. Let's see how it goes. Derek Lewis, a -620 favorite with the AMC Pancration team. Let's fight. Lewis looking big tonight. Two fighters engaging now. Both fighters throwing strikes. Anderson misses with the right hook. Lewis misses a right hand as Anderson sidesteps. Perfect. Good timing there. Lewis 2 jabs. Anderson throwing a 1-2, but he can't get him through. Fighting in the center now. Lewis, couple jabs there. Anderson trying with strikes. Lewis with 2 counter lefts. Black Beast can't really land a lot of damage so far. Anderson missing a right hand to the body. Lewis with the right hand hook blocked. Sort of a physical chess match. Anderson walking him down now. Lewis misses a left hand. Anderson can't land his triple punch combo. Throwing at a higher rate, but not really landing at a higher rate, Anderson so far. Neither really doing a lot of damage there. Anderson misses the right hook. Under a minute left in round number 1. Both fighters striking now. Left hand and a right hand from Anderson. He's coming forward. Lewis hits off that jab. Anderson misses with his 1-2. Oh, clean right hand from Lewis on Anderson, and that is the end of round number 1. Lewis landing 1 power punch and 7 jabs to Anderson's 2. Definitely a Derek Lewis round number 1. Back underway in this fairly boring fight. Anderson stalking forward, though. Lewis with the jab. Nice feint from Anderson. Lewis is wide open. Anderson hits the left, but misses with the killer right. Right cross blocked. Lewis right hand blocked. Anderson getting slow now. Exchange of strikes. No damage there. Anderson coming forward on the attack. Lewis misses a counter jab. Vicious right. Oh, misses by Anderson. Barely. Very nice feint by Anderson. Hits him with the big left hook. Now Anderson finally starting to be a little smarter with his strikes now. Misses with the right hand there, but so does Lewis. Anderson constantly trying to keep that gas going. Right cross by Anderson. As the fight goes on, Lewis is getting tired. Anderson's landing at a higher rate here. I say as both of them miss. Again, it's not the most exciting fight in the world, but Anderson definitely getting a little better here. Lewis can't hit a right cross due to Anderson bobbing and weaving. That's the new text. Both guys fighting. Neither can land a blow here. Just, again, it's blocked. Both guys keeping their guards strong. Nice right hook from Lewis, though. 2 guys in cage. Anderson with the big left hook. Nice shot there. Quick exchange of strikes. Nothing doing. Lewis with the right hand. That's the end of round number 2. Much more even round there. Lewis with the power punch and 4 jabs. Anderson with 5 jabs. It's not, not the greatest, most accurate, but it's getting better. It's getting better, folks. That was a yawner of a round. I would agree. They say Lewis took that one. I could see Anderson doing it. Be best for him if you could stop him here, though. 2 guys engaging now. Nobody lands much there. Anderson misses to 2 punches. Lewis misses. Anderson looking exhausted, though. Does he have the gas tank to recover here? Takes a right cross from Lewis. Left jab and a right hook from Lewis. Lewis landing now. Gets a right cross in. Anderson might have tuckered himself out there. Lands a rough cross. Oh, Lewis right hook. Anderson's down. Lewis going for ground and pound here. Anderson can't do anything. Referee Herb Dean has to stop in. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. Managed to land that big punch. Takes down Anderson, just drops, and Lewis unloaded on him until they had to step in. Tough fight for Anderson, who drops to 9-8. Not a good record. 1-1 in the UFC. Might get a shot at that 3rd fight. Lewis, now 4-0 in the UFC. Not bad for him. Average fight. It was pretty boring for the first, and then he got starched. It's tough, but that's how it goes. Congratulations to Derek Lewis, moving to 6-0. Right, we are entering August now, last month of the episode, and we've got a fight here. Ron Francis Jr. versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. 9-2 versus 10-2. This should be a good one, folks. Ron Francis Jr. is an enormous favorite, though. Nothing on the prelims. So let's get straight into it eventually, maybe. Here we go. Ron Francis Jr. His Jiu-Jitsu Sambo combo versus Muay Thai of Marcos Pizarro Rogerio de Lima. Who's going to be Pizarro from now on. 10-2 versus 9-2. Ron Francis Jr. and his beautiful mustache on a 1-fight win streak after beating Seth Petrozelli. And Marcos Pizarro, 3-fight winning streak, taking down Neil Grove, James Thompson, and most recently Todd Duffy here in Pride. It's Pride 84 main show. Let's fight. And by let's fight, I mean let's get straight into it. Ron Francis Jr., 30 pounds bigger. Meaner, tougher. De Lima refuses to touch gloves. That's going to be a mistake. Francis Jr. grabs the leg, tries for the takedown, pins him against the ropes. De Lima turtled up now. Francis Jr. trying for a calf slicer. Brutal! Oh, he should have touched gloves. 1 minute and 1 second into round number 1. Ron Francis Jr. absolutely destroys the calf of Marcos Pizarro Rogelio de Lima. Takes as much time as it does. The fight took as long as it does to say his name. De Lima should. This is going on like a refuses to touch gloves, gets destroyed YouTube compilation or something. Ron Francis Jr. 11-2. Absolutely butchered him. Congratulations. Oh no. Anderson has tested positive for TRT. Anderson, why'd you do it? Anderson did drugs. Oh. He's been suspended for a year. Anderson, not good, buddy. He's buddies with BJ Penn. It's still, you should not have done drugs. He lost by TKO, and he'll be suspended for a year. Oh, Anderson. And then he left his team. They kicked him out for doing drugs. Anderson, no! Looks like his efforts were all in vain. But I'll stop. I'm sorry. All right. Let's check the news. Billy Willie has been booked to face Fedor? Oh my god, he's gonna die. Oh my god. No, that's two episodes from now. Pride Bushido 17. Billy Willie versus the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. Billy Willie just came off like a 2-fight losing streak. He beat Fonga, yeah, and it was a banger. But, like, he has to fight Fedor now? Fedor, 82 wins, 28 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and 2 no contests. I kind of forgot that he lost, like, his 4th fight ever. He also lost to Sergey Karatonov? How in the hell? Look at that. I mean, okay. And then he lost to Rob Broughton in a split draw. Drew with Rob Broughton. And now he's fighting Billy Willie. Oh, January's going to be crazy. I'm so excited for this. All right, more news. Bobby Braxton has been booked to face Antonio Silva at K1 Heroes 51, the first title defense for our in-house champion. That should be a great fight. They've never fought before. Bobby's currently a 3rd-ranked heavyweight fighter in the world. Good for him. 16-4 on a 7-fight winning streak. Well-deserved. Last loss to Czech Congo. Who would have thought when he started off 3-3 in his career he would have gotten to here? Good for him. I mean, he's become an absolute force of nature here in K1 Heroes. He'll be facing off against Bigfoot Silva, 15-4 record. Having previously lost twice to Heath Herring. Did he fight one of our guys? Or am I crazy? I am crazy. All right. Well, anyway, Bigfoot Silva versus Bobby the Bruiser Braxton. That's going to be an absolute banger. Braxton currently the favorite. Main eventing K1 Heroes 51. Also, news, Grease Kunis booked again to face Tiago Big Monster on the same fight. There. Grease Kunis versus Tiago Big Monster. Grease 4-1. Tiago 10-3. Tiago is currently a moderate favorite. So there you go. 2 fights on that one. That will be in October 2013, not 2023. In 2013, and we will have it here on the next episode. That is the end of today's, though. We got through the news. 3 big fight announcements to look forward to in the next episode and the one following. And I am absolutely stoked for the future of this save. But that is all we've got for tonight. I'll see you next time.